Hey guys, Max Tornado is here for episode 10 of our UDK Max Tornado tutorial. And the plan is for today, I'm going to be looking at some different things on how to advance our clan v clan. So first off, let's take a look at this. We're already dominating, which is fantastic. It makes sense. This is our very first clan versus clan, so it's going to be neat to kind of be able to look back at this video in the future and enjoy the memories. Typically, your first couple clan v clans are going to be pretty easy to win just because you're getting placed up against other people who they might not have active players and such. Big shout out to Samantha, Mimanek, Patriot, Freebie, iCyber Knight. All you guys are rocking it. Y'all are rocking it for sure. So everyone is going to contribute just a little bit, and then hopefully we win. And the goal is to obviously get to the clan rewards, which is way down here. If we can catch the 600,000, then we get a nice epic skill tome. Get some nice 4-star chickens, the ancient shard, and then we also collect these clan coins, which is nice because then you can go into the clan and you can go to clan shop and you can purchase some items in here. Usually what I recommend for a new player is buying the energy just so you can progress your account. As a brand new player, you know, getting free energy is always a great thing because you need to continue to farm more chickens to get more 6 stars. Once we unlock this, then we could start considering to purchase some accessories. Also, while we're on this screen, this is something I wanted to kind of mention as well for the folks that are in our clan and even the folks who aren't. Don't forget to look at the clan quests. Every Tuesday morning, Eastern Standard Time, or whatever Tuesday morning is, it might be Tuesday evening for you if you're somewhere else. But the clan quests reset, right? So in 6 days, 11 hours, they will reset again. And you can get some nice clan coins here, and it also gives us clan experience, which is going to help us level up, right? So when you're looking at clan quests, for our super early game clan, a lot of us aren't going to be collecting these elite quests. Some of the higher level accounts on the clan will probably collect some of these. But just to look through, you know, crafting 5 legendary artifacts. If you have a whole bunch of forge materials, this actually isn't difficult. It doesn't say they have to be 6-star legendary artifacts. It just says that they have to be legendary artifacts, right? So if you're sitting on 1,000 forge material pieces, then you could probably do something with this. Claiming the last milestone in an event, right? For new players, that might actually be realistic. If you're putting a lot of resources into the game, you'll collect this fair enough. Some of these that are like Clear Dragon 20, Spider's Den, Stage 20. Those aren't really going to be super relevant for us. But some of the early game players that are kind of getting closer to mid game can start looking at this, getting an epic Void champion. That's potentially realistic if you're about to fuse Broadmaw. So there's different things here. You can kind of look through them and just see what works for you. A lot of the clans probably going to be looking more at the basic here. Right, this seems a lot more realistic, right? 50 increase attack buffs in tag team, upgrade a rare champion skills, right? So some of these seem absolutely doable, and you can see that we already have some folks who have gathered some. So Samantha has, Ambiguous Facts has, so good on them for doing that. Oh yeah, so just as a reminder, we are still looking for clan members, so we're 27 of 30 right now. We also have some folks who have kind of fallen off, which is understandable. We're an early game clan, so some people are going to play a lot more than others. For some of these people, you know, once we get to the point where we're at 30 of 30, we may start looking at replacing some of the folks who have been offline for more than a few days. But, you know, no harm, no foul in that. So yeah, like I said, we're going to kind of just be looking at what we can do to help our clan v clan and kind of continue to progress our account. The major focus for us is now that we have our first 6-star El Hain, we're going to be looking at how can we get our second 6-star, right? So the grind continues. The grind continues. I have leveled up all of El Hain's artifacts to 16 because there's an artifact enhancement event going on, and I wanted to get some free bonus rewards from that. So I'll show you what rewards I received from doing that. Got a fair chunk. So yeah, all of this was just from upgrading those artifacts, and that was helpful. So also I 3-starred all of the campaign for normal. And I just did that by putting El Hain in there, and she needed experience anyways, right? So putting El Hain in by herself, all of the experience went directly to her, and that was helpful. So today I'll probably do the same thing for hard. I should be able to just one man, and if worst case scenario I need two, then I'll bring in Ultimate Death Knight. I'll put Elhain in and just kind of continue to farm up all that experience for Elhain. And I'll be very soon. I'll be able to do the exact same thing with Brutal. And truthfully, I probably can do it now. But once she's level 60 completely, it'll make it a little bit easier. So that's my plans. I don't really have any books to use. In clan versus clan, it's always helpful to be able to use books. But I only have epic skill tomes, and I'm not wanting to use my epic skill tomes on these 3 champions just yet. I'll be leveling up War Maiden and then gearing her up. I'll probably include that in this video, so that'll be neat to show off. And yeah, that's what I have so far. So we'll pause the video and then come back once I have something else to talk about. Talk to you soon. Okay, coming back real quick. Just to give you guys an update, I have used Elhain completely by herself to clear all of the normal campaign to get the 3 stars for each stage all the way through and got the Void Shard. Then I have used Elhain completely by herself to do all of these stages, and I'm on the 12-7 stage. 12-7 stage is probably one that I might end up needing to use Elhain for. I started out around 300 and maybe 30 energy, and this has taken about 40 minutes or so of just kind of while I've been farming clan versus clan on my other accounts, just keeping an eye on this one and then clicking next, that kind of thing. One thing I will say, be cautious, like if as an example, if this was to say only 1 star right here, I could click here and I might have 3 star on all of these but only 1 star on one, and then you don't want to spend all that energy re-farming 3 stars. So before you start, look at the different stages in that campaign location and then determine which, like say, oh, okay, I'm going to just do this one or whatever. That way you don't have to re-farm all those 3 stars for no reason. Okay, so as you can see, right, this one says I have 2 out of 3, and I actually have 3 stars all the way down, and I just need to do this one. So let's see how it looks. We'll do this together and kind of check it out. If I end up needing to bring in Ultimate Death Knight, that's what I'll do. Here we're going to take it off auto because I actually want to make sure that I have some of my abilities ready for the next group of folks. And I definitely want to make sure that I have abilities ready. Like, I want to be able to open with Valley of Death on the 3rd wave. So I'm going to see, hopefully this doesn't one-shot everyone. It one-shot everyone. Maybe this will still be enough. My goal is to go ahead and take out these 2 side adds before they do too much damage to me. If I can do that, then I think we're fine. So we cleared one of them. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think we're fine. I'm going to put it on auto. I think we're fine. Rank 6 Elhain. I mean, if you guys remember, this is kind of the blockade for a lot of the 5-star. Like, once you're a 5-star Elhain, you can kind of get tripped up here without having another strong person. And she makes it look easy, right? So that is all of hard mode campaign. So we'll collect that. Now I'm going to spend probably the next, I could imagine this taking it about maybe an hour, because I haven't really 3-starred any of the locations, it looks like. Which is understandable. Let's see. If I was to just run Elhain here, let's see if she can push through these last few stages. She probably can. I've been using Elhain to farm 12-3 in campaign on Brutal, and she's not had any problems at all. So we'll see what she can do for these next few stages. Let's see. Sometimes the bombs can cause problems because whenever they go off, it can obviously kind of chunk your HP. So hopefully that doesn't cause too much of an issue. We only have to 3-star it once, and then we can go on to farming whatever stage we want. And again, you know, sometimes when you're trying to 3-star these, it's totally worth taking it off of auto, right? If you're wanting to save your big nuking abilities for these 2 to make sure that, you know, you don't get bombs put on you, then, you know, do that. But I'll go ahead and pause it and then come back, and I'll let you know if we were able to do it. Okay, so moment of truth, can we do 12-7? We were able to 3-star the other ones pretty easily. I expect this one to be a little bit more challenging. For that reason, I'm going to go ahead and take it off of auto. This first wave is going to be really easy, so we'll go ahead and use our A3 here to... Let's A2 here, because none of these risk killing us. Like, we have no risk of dying to these wave 1 champs. So really not worried about A3ing, because we want to make sure that that's ready for the next ability, or for the next wave. We have 2, I think these guys are called Lord Shazars, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. Let's see, so we've got bombs. This is where it certainly is dangerous, because if we don't clear this wave pretty quick, these bombs going off could kill us. Let's see if we can A3 to clear the wave. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, okay. The bombs took us out on that. Let's go ahead and put in Ultimate Death Knight just to see how this looks. Now remember, in order to 3-star it, you can only have a maximum of 2 champs, and to go along with that, you have to have both champs alive. One thing we ran into was these dogs apparently increase cooldown, and so that actually made it where we couldn't A3 on the next wave as quickly as we wanted. So let's go ahead and try to kill these dogs a little bit faster. Ultimate Death Knight taking a fair chunk of damage for sure. He very well could not survive, to be honest. Let's see. If we put the continuous heal on him, it's actually not going to matter, because we're going to kill Elhain really fast. Or we're going to kill this champ with Elhain. So we'll just A1 here, and then Elhain will... Oh. Let's just see if I can clear this wave 2 with this ability being off cooldown. Got him low, but not quite doing the job. This might finish him. Yep. Okay. So if we A3 into A2, we clear. Now we run into issues here as well, because Morty Macabre can do some serious work. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it looks like we're going to clear the side minions. And we'll go ahead and just kind of keep on punching through here. We might actually be able to do this. Even not bringing Ultimate Death Knight. We'll just have to kind of be lucky. Yeah, okay. We can absolutely do this. So let's try again. We're going to go stage 7 without Ultimate Death Knight. We're going to go ahead and open up with this 3-turn cooldown, and hopefully we'll be able to clean up with our A1s and get... We really don't want the dog to increase our cooldowns. That's a big thing. Yeah, okay. Cool. So we opened up with our A3, right? We opened up with our Valley of Death. Then we avoided using our A2 because we want to just kind of clean up these with our A1, so that way we don't put any of other main abilities on cooldown. Now, whenever we come here, we're going to open up with our A3 again, our biggest damaging ability. And then we're going to let them put the bombs out and everything. See, we got a nice little cheeky resist there. We're going to do an A2 here and clean up these. And now we can't Valley of Death, so we're just going to have to try to pick off these little side minions. Now this one can be a little bit RNG based, because if we unlock, I believe this guy has a passive called Peril. Yeah, see, he just did it, and that can do a lot of damage to you. So if you activate that passive over and over, that can be a lot of damage. So I think we're okay though. Almost. So it might just be a little bit RNG based. Like if we go in here and we click on champion here. I thought that this worked. I thought you used to be able to click on the champion and then it would bring up their stats and stuff. But let's go back to the index real quick and check out this. I believe his name is Morty Macabre. I'm terrible with remembering names. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So Morty Macabre. He has an A1 that does a heal reduction. This could be problematic because if we heal reductions Elhain, then life still won't work. Block buffs. Okay. And then we've got Fiery Rage, unlock a secret skill, Peril for 1 turn when attacked, also 20% chance to fill turn meter. So Peril attacks one enemy, will ignore shield, will ignore block damage, and will ignore defense. So pretty nasty ability here. I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of keep on running this with the comp that I have been running it with. And I think we'll eventually just get lucky because I mean it only has a chance to unlock that. You know what I mean? So I think if we just get lucky, we won't unlock it and then we'll kill it. So I'll pause the video. I'll use a little bit of energy and then I'll come back. Okay, so let's see. It looks like this might be the run. I A1'd the side minions just to avoid damaging him. Because he has to be damaged in order to activate that passive Peril. So I A1'd the 2 minions to kind of avoid that, and then I started doing all the damage on him just to see how fast I could nuke him down. Let's see if this is enough. Ooh, close. Yeah, we win. Alright, sweet. So just like that, we were able to 3-star the final stage of Brutal with Elhain. I don't imagine any of these other stages are going to cause us any grief. Sometimes Hollowed Halls can be a little bit frustrating. Looks like I haven't 3-starred one of these. Maybe it was just that first stage right here. So sometimes Hollowed Halls can cause a little bit of grief because there's Skull Crown in there, and that she can just be annoying because she'll do the unkillable on herself and then she'll do a lot of damage. And all of the champions in there mostly are force affinity, which as we know, red beats blue, and our Elhain is indeed very blue. So yeah, we'll kind of keep on. Like I said, I imagine it'll take about 40 minutes to an hour to kind of just click through next on all of those. And then we'll come back and we'll have another sacred shard out of it. And so one thing I will say, we are not super worried about Nightmare campaign. This trips up a lot of new players because you can do a lot of the early campaign of Nightmare with your starter champion fairly easy, right? Like you can clear the first few without too much of a problem. And while I'm talking, I'll go ahead and... Oh, look, we've already done Hollowed Halls. I must have done that with Ultimate Death Knight. That makes sense. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so we 100%, we've got all this on lockdown. It's just a matter of using the energy, and then we'll walk away with a nice Legendary Skill Tome. Ooh, that'll be really good for CVC. Let's go. That's all 3 books are going to go into Ultimate Death Knight, and that'll give us, I want to say, 5,000 points per book. If we go to Clan versus Clan, we can go to Objectives, and then Champion Objectives, and upgrade skills. Where is it? Here for a legendary skill tome, 3,000 points. Okay, so 3,000 points. We'll take it. That's a win. I did unlock the last couple, or the second to last row here because there was an ancient shard here, and so I just used a couple gems to unlock that and collect it. In the Discord, I did see some folks saying that they had been lucky and had previously gotten, more than the 5 ancient shards per month. I think Plarium has kind of said that it's supposed to be only 5, so you may have gotten it where it was like a bug, and so that's just good luck. Or you may have noticed it like the last day of the month you collected, say, 2 or 3 just out of luck, and then the first day of the next month, right? Like if the last day of September you grabbed 2, and then the first day of October you were able to grab 3 or 4. It can kind of feel weird, and you can maybe think that, but either way, if the game bugs and gives you more instant shards, then that's awesome. So let's see. Where are we at? We've got 25 mystery shards. In just one day, we've collected 6 ancient shards, so that's cool. Getting some decent rewards from that. So yeah, I will be back in a little bit. Like I said, a lot of new players think that they need to go into Nightmare and start farming here now that they've done Brutal. Not really, not really. It's probably like 7-8 months before I started paying any attention to Nightmare on my main account after I cleared Brutal. Just because the Nightmare campaign costs 16 energy, and the rewards, like, it's just not really worth it. Like, in order to beat all of these and get the Sacred down here, it's going to take some time. So it's okay to wait literally months after you clear Brutal to start looking at Nightmare campaign. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, guys, so we are going to be ending the video here. We have we've done some things. We upgraded Ultimate Death Knight's gear to level 12, just because we have the Artifact Enhancement event going. Just in case you're curious again, we've got Speed Boots, Defense Chest, Defense Gloves, accuracy and HP percent on the weapon substats, defense percent substats for the helm, and defense percent substats for the shield. We've also geared our War Maiden. War Maiden is in 2 sets of perception, 1 set of speed. She's got an accuracy of 155, which I'm pretty happy with. Her speed is 171, which is slightly below El Haynes. So as I get more speed gear or really good perception speed, rolls, I'll be tossing those on War Maiden because she is my debuffer. We want her to be landing this debuff before El Hayne takes a turn, but that's kind of what we're doing. I also geared Berserker in some pretty chill level 8 and level 12 gear for Faction Wars. They were able to clear up to stage 6. They obviously couldn't clear the boss. But yeah, we progressed pretty far into Brutal Campaign. We were able to get the 100 Brews, which is pretty cool. That'll help us get to our next 6-star. And oh wow, looks like we're actually really close. We only need to clear the Deadlands, and then we'll have our Sacred Shard. Not even all of the Deadlands, so I wonder. I've already gathered that. So yeah, I'll get that once I'm done completing the arenas. I'll get the refill, and then I'll be able to do that. I did go ahead and use those 3 legendary skill tomes that I was talking about earlier in the video on Ultimate Death Knight, and we were lucky enough for them to both land. We had 2 land here, which is really great. We now have a 3-turn cooldown that gives us a shield, a continuous heal. So we were talking about how we sacrificed War Priest to get our 6-star. Ultimate Death Knight's going to be a fantastic support champion for us, giving us heals, giving us shields. So we're pretty happy with that. And then we also were able to land 1 book here. So yeah, I mean, that's the gist of things. My focus moving forward is going to just being, continue to farm campaign until I have enough food for the next 6-star. I did decide what I'm going to do with these gems. I'm going to go ahead and use 800 of these gems to get the masteries for Ultimate Death Knight. I will eventually unlock the mine, right? If you're planning on playing this game long term, you want to unlock the gem mine. It gives you a good return after, I believe, 90 days. It's pure profit. So, if you pump 1,500 gems into this and unlock stage 3, after 90 days, everything is going to just be, pure profit on gems. So that's good. But I also recognize I don't have a team yet that can farm Minotaur 15. And in order to be really efficient with my gems and energy, I need to be at stage 15 before I start doing this instead of the 800 gems. So that's kind of my game plan. So I'll use those on Ultimate Death Knight. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and please like and comment. And if you're not subscribed, you don't mind hitting the subscribe button. It helps out the channel a whole lot. I put out daily content related to Raid, and I also do viewer requests. So, if you are really interested in me explaining 1 or 2 things, whatever, I'm happy to try to help with that. Join the Discord, and we always have a lot of great time in there. And also, if you're a new player, or even like a kind of early mid-game player, and you're just looking for a really helpful clan, You're welcome to join us. We have 27 members out of 30, so certainly come and join. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.